Afrobeat news. One thing that's most impressive about Burna Boy's theme and Burna Boy himself is the fact that these guys never fail to push the envelope when it comes to selling out shows, selling out arenas, and just making moves on the global stage. Burna Boy and his team always redefine what it means to be an Afrobeat musician, an Afrobeat global star. Now, in case some of you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, right? The recent announcement that was put out is that Burna Boy is set to headline, become the first Afrobeat artist in history to headline a show, or will I say a tour date, at the London Stadium. This will be the first of its kind, first ever Afrobeat artist, like I said earlier on. And this is going to be redefining for the culture. This is going to be revolutionary for the culture because up until this point, the closest that we've gotten to a stadium concert, a stadium tour, is when a Justin Bieber brings up a Wizkid on stage to perform, or maybe when an Ed Sheeran bring up a Burna Boy, or even a Joe Boy, or even a Fireboy to perform. That is the closest so far we've gotten to having a stadium concert. So Burna Boy and his team is just pushing the boundaries. Burna Boy and his team is just sticking their neck out to make sure that they redefine what it means to be an Afrobeat superstar, global star. And whether you're a fan of Burna Boy or you're not, you just have to be impressed with how far Burna Boy and his team is willing to go just to show that they are the best in the game, or they are the best in the world. So in case some of you are wondering, is Burna Boy big enough to headline a stadium event in London? Is Burna Boy a big deal enough to headline a stadium event and people actually turn up and, fill out that capacity? Let me let you guys know some stats, right? Some numbers that should convince you. So far in Burna Boy's career, Burna Boy have been able to land about 9 top 10 hit songs on the UK top 40 chart. Now the UK top 40 chart, the way you think about it, you think about it like the Billboard Hot 100 in these states, right? So Burna Boy have been able to get not just one, not just two, not just three, but 9 songs up on that chart. And he even had a number 1 song on that chart with the Own It song by Stormzy featuring Ed Sheeran and himself. So Burna Boy have been able to, through music, make his name somewhat of a household name in the UK. And that's why Burna Boy and his team is bold enough to say they're going to go full on stadium events. Aside from that, Burna Boy was able to, of course, land number 2 on the UK official album charts with his latest album, the Love That Many album. So Burna Boy have been doing bits in the UK and have been becoming more and more recognizable as a star. And this not as a star coming from Nigeria. Burna Boy is just known pretty much in the UK as a full-on UK musical artist. Like, people just know him like that over there, and that's because he's been doing bits in moving the culture in the UK. Now, aside from the UK, Burna Boy is also set to perform other stadium events in different parts of the world. In fact, when Burna Boy first announced his move to do more stadium tours, nobody knew that he was going to start this year. But information coming right now is that Burna Boy is going to start his stadium tour this year. In fact, through December, Burna Boy have a series of tour stop lineup, and these tours are going to be predominantly stadium events. So let me read some tour stop, right? On December the 16th, Burna Boy is going to be in Port of Spain and is going to be headlining at the Horsley Crawford Stadium. On December the 17th, Burna Boy is going to be at Antigua and is going to be at Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. On December the 18th, Burna Boy is going to be in Jamaica and he will be at the National Stadium, Kingston. So Burna Boy pretty much just have a series of stadium events lined up in the Caribbean. Now, this means one thing. Burna Boy is pretty much big time in the Caribbean. The fact that Burna Boy can go from, certain island countries and perform stadium events also means that Burna Boy is pretty much an established superstars in this region. Anyway, move past that, you also have this revelation that Burna Boy is also set to perform in Netherlands at a soccer stadium. So Burna Boy is about to go on his biggest tour run yet, which means more money, but most importantly, this means a shift in the culture. We're going to see Afrobeat artists become more respected just because of the fact that they become more bankable to the point where they are now selling out stadium arenas. But guys, here, tell me what you think about this particular one, and also guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as turn on post notifications, and stay tuned for more Afrobeats related entertainment and just coming at you. For now guys, peace.